Alright, welcome back to Flame and Fang, as you can see. We're going to see how well this goes. I have not played this game before, but we have here the first story, so we'll go ahead and read that. You awake in darkness, held tightly, trapped. You push and scratch, gently at first, then with more strength. Finally, the walls begin to crack. You push out of your eggs, the light blinding you. You are in a cave. Instinct tells you the family members should be there to greet your birth, but there's no one, no mother or father. Your stomach rumbles and you feel cold. You need dragonstone and gold to light your fire, and food to fill your bellies. Your stomach rumbles and you feel cold. You need dragonstone and gold to light your fire, and food to fill your bellies. You must explore the outside world and gather what you need to survive. Alright, so here's the setup. So unfortunately I can't get the whole thing in frame, but we have a fortress here at the very end, and then the cave over here on the left, as shown in the picture. So I have to put 4 of these little books on my player board. Alright, next up we have, because we're 1 to 2 players, we're going to add 1 of these enemies, I believe, to the board. So that's how I will know where to put that enemy at. There he goes. He goes on Forest 4. Okay, we'll reveal the rest of these. So, Shaman and Forest 4. Nice. On the setup card here, you can see add 5 event cards. So okay, so we're taking 5 event cards. They're going to be in their own deck. So it says after we add the 5 event cards, then we flip. With the bravery that only starvation can kindle, you set forth. That's nice art. Okay, so whenever we defeat a minion, resolve a growth action to gain an upgrade card, or pass our turn while on the fortress, which is at the very end of the map, we get to remove 1 of those. And then once none of those remain on my player board, then I get to flip this card. So until then, it'll remain a secret what's coming. Got all the regular setup done. The last thing is going to be player setup. So I don't really need the leader token, but I have it anyways. Since I'm the only player, I have the 18 cards, and then I also put the life cards out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw 6 cards from our deck, and we're going to choose up to 2 of them to discard. So there's 6. Okay, let's take a look. So I've got a couple of growth cards, a couple of flight cards, and some resource cards. Okay, so this is basically movement, just an adjacent movement. For instance, like that, 1 space. And then we also have this bar. This is basically an extra effect you can do. So this, you can either spend 1 of these Dragonstone resources, I think it's called, or it looks like you can discard a card. And then that will let you also do a resource pickup. So if you're on a tile and there are resource tokens on it, you'll be able to pick those up, and then you'll also gain the resource that's shown on the tile itself. So this would be guaranteed to give me at least 1 of these dragon stones, and then if there's any additional resources, I can grab those as well. This is similar movement and a similar discard ability, and that gives you an attack. So that's basically 1 damage to an enemy on your tile. The growth action is essentially how you're going to improve your deck. These 4 growth cards up here, they're going to have a cost on the bottom, and then an effect just like all the other ones. The cost has to be paid in the resources of the 3 different types, so you get to choose. Some of them will require multiple, whereas others will just require 1. And then cards like this, for instance, that's a health card. So basically you can play this and it'll go into your health area and increase your health, and also looks like it has an extra ability of drawing 1 extra card after you pass each round. So that's kind of nice. And then the other option for the grow card is to refresh. So discard all these and bring out 4 new ones. So maybe get other stuff you're looking for. Then these ones are the resource gathering cards. So as you can see, you'll be able to grab resources from the space you're on. And then each of them kind of has their own special ability, either moving or attacking. So I think I might just keep all these. I don't know the game well enough yet to say what would be a great hand, but I'll figure it out as I go. Alright, so this is my hand of 6. I don't have any resources yet, so getting any resource cards would be difficult, but I also have to start the round off by choosing which aspect I'm going to go for. We also have this very handy guide on the back. And then the resources can also be used for their own special abilities. So the meat, if you discard it, can be used to draw a card from your deck. Dragonstone can, like I said before, be used to boost some of these cards, allow you to do the bottom ability. So gold here is special because it can be used to convert one card into a wild. So it can be used during any turn. So we'll get started. So our main thing is going to be defeating minions, resolving growth cards, and passing our turn while we're way over here at the fortress. So I think I'm going to start the turn out. I want to do some resource collection probably, and I can get the Dragonstone on this space that I'm on. So I think I'm going to choose the green aspect for this round. And then next round I think I can start moving and stuff once I have some more of those Dragonstones. I will play this stock card first. So that's going to give me the ability to collect the Dragonstone resource. Okay, so that goes on to my hoard. I have 3 hoard spaces and then 1 space down here on this life card that I can hold resources. I'm just going to use that one for the collection for my next turn. I think I'm going to do a second collection so I can get a second Dragonstone. And I think now I'm going to go ahead and use the growth card to gain a new card. I think I'm going to spend 1 of these Dragonstones to grab the Slash and Go. So when you buy a card, spend the resource to collect it, and then you have to replace a card in your deck. When you get the card, it's going to go immediately in your hand actually. So that way you can use it right away. And then we replace the purchase card with a new card from the deck. I think I'm going to do what's called prep. So I can take one of the cards that matches the aspect that I was using this round, and I can put it basically as a reserved card. So on a later turn, I can use this for its ability. I think I'm going to stop there. I can choose to discard any cards if I want. I think I'm going to hold on to these 2 and probably do some movement next round. Because if I can move and then get in range of the Shaman, I might be able to take him out, but I'm going to need 3 damage for that, so I'll see what the next hand holds. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. I'm going to pass. And passing is when you can put your card into the prep area, as it's called. So I put my card in the prep area at the end of the round. I could discard if I want. I'm going to hold on to these because I have this growth card, and maybe I can get, like, this Thrash, for instance. That would be nice. A couple of damage. Alright, now I get to draw back up to my hand size. 4, 5, 6. Some more resource gathering. Some attacking. Movement. Okay, so then it's going to be the enemy activation turn. So when enemies activate, minions attack first. So if I had a minion on my tile, he would attack me. But we're good there. If the boss was in play, then the boss would attack. But since none of that happens, we're going to go into the event phase and draw an event card and resolve the ability. Okay, so the spirits bring new life to the forest. Ooh, that's a cool little guy right there. Okay, so for 1, 3, and 4 players, we're going to put a meat on Forest 3. So Forest 3 is right here. So we're going to put a meat token on there. Okay, next up is going to be... Ooh, we're solo. We don't put anything down, so we're good. That gets discarded. And then we would resolve any cleanup steps. So if there was any stun tokens, which are these guys, it basically stops enemies from attacking. I think it might stop you from attacking too, but I'm not sure yet. So we remove stun tokens, resolve the cleanup phase effects if there are any. I don't think there's any at the moment. And then pass the leader token. Okay, so if there was more players, we would pass the leader token. Oh, and since I upgraded card, I'm going to remove one of these little book tokens. Okay, so we are on to the next round. At the end of the round, this token moves off of the aspects, and then at the start of the round, you get to choose an aspect. So I could actually go ahead and just choose green again, because my green cards are looking pretty good. I got one growth card. There's one pretty good green out here that will let me pick up stuff from adjacent tiles, which I like. So we're gonna go green again. And I remember now that you can discard cards, so I could discard off aspect cards to be able to power these abilities as well. Okay, I have one token, I need at least one more. I gotta do at least one pickup. These cards get discarded. And then, oh, I have this other green too, that's perfect. So I'll be able to use this round as well. And that's nice, that's 1 damage and draw a card. That's 2 damage. I'm gonna gather and then move. So my first card, I'm gonna gather a dragon stone. And then I'll move. And he does actually conditions when he attacks. Instead of dealing damage, he deals a condition, and the condition cards are pretty bad. They can do all kinds of stuff, it sounds like. He's going to need 3 damage to defeat him, because he has 3 shields. And then if I defeat him, I'll gain a gold, which gold, remember, can be used as wild to make a card into a wild. So I used any aspect. Okay, so that was my gather and then move. I'll spend 1 of the dragon stone to move. I think I'm going to play this one next. So I'll gather again. I'll gather meat this time. I'm going to discard a card. Discard the red in order to deal 1 damage to this guy. Then I'll go ahead and use this one. So that's 1 more damage. I gotta draw a card. Ooh, not a green. I'm gonna use the growth card here. I'll spend 2 resources to grab this extended hunt card. It's gonna go into my hand. Wish I could do a little bit more, but I'm not gonna be able to take him out this turn. I think I'll go ahead and prep this card for right now. Use that on a future turn. So that's the end of my turn. I think I'm gonna keep these and just do some movement. It's gonna let me attack next round. I'll keep these, and then I'll draw 3 more. Wow. Alright, so we got a lot of red cards for the next round. Okay, so they're going to, the shaman's going to attack me. I draw 1 condition card. I put it on top of my deck for the next round. Boss isn't in play, and then we draw the top event card and resolve it. The spirits bring new life to the forest. Okay, so this one does not count for solo or 2-player, so we won't be adding that. But we will be adding a new enemy to the field. So we have another shaman. It's gonna show up in Forest 4 again. Pretty crowded. Okay, this one gets discarded. Wow, not good. Well, at least I have a lot of attack for the next round, so I should be okay. Alright, I'm gonna choose the red aspect for this round, because I've got some good cards for it. These ones get discarded and replenished. Alright, now I can do some damage. So I think I'm gonna use this bite. That's gonna be 1 damage. I'm gonna do it on this guy. Okay, so when an enemy's defeated, we're going to take the resource token that appears on that card and put it on the tile. Damage gets discarded, and the enemy also gets discarded. So I still have the opportunity to discard to gather. I think I'll do that. This card was going to get me resources anyways. I'll discard that one. So I can gather both the meat from the tile and the token from the tile as well. Alright, next up, I think I'm gonna attack for 1. And then I can discard a card to gain some stuff. Do I want to? I think I'll hold off on gathering the extra resource. Do 1 more damage. He needs 1 more. I could move. Might be a good idea to get some space so I won't have to take that condition. You know what? I'm gonna discard the meat. Draw a top card. Oh no, that's a bad idea. I don't remember what's there. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna discard one of these cards to activate the move, so I get out of there for the moment. Not take an extra condition card. I think I might save this one because I like that move and attack. I could take care of him at least. Okay, so it's the end of the round. These get discarded. Draw back up to my hand size. So I have to use an attack in order to destroy this card. It'll be out of my deck, but for the time being, I'm kind of stuck with it. Shuffle the discard. And then draw my remaining 4. So there's 4. Oh, I forgot to get rid of a card. Okay, I realized I should have gotten rid of a card permanently when I upgraded. So that was the remaining card in my hand. I'll go ahead and discard that one permanently. Then finish drawing my hand. Oh, and I defeated a minion, so that's my second little book token. This goes off. Draw an event card. Minions strike from the shadows. Oh, we got lucky. Solo doesn't get any effects, but we do add a new enemy to the board. Shaman and Forest 3, way over here. Okay, and this gets discarded. So we only have 2 rounds left to win, so we have to defeat at least 2 more minions or upgrade, which won't be upgrading, but we could defeat this guy at least. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with green this round. I could gather and then move. Gather and then attack. Sounds kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna choose green. So this card's really gonna get me stuck for a minute, but I have an extra resource gathering card from here. Maybe I could get down to here and collect the resource token from Forest 3 over here. Alright, we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and resource collect first. We'll grab Dragonstone, and then I can discard a card to move. I'm going to discard my red card for right now, so I can move back down to here to Forest 4. We'll do another green card. We're going to collect the meat added to our... This 1 life card has a hoard space on it, so we can fill up 4 spaces. So we're full of resources right now. So we have 1 effect on the bottom there, discard a card or a Dragonstone to be able to attack. It's going to be the 3rd damage for the Shaman over here. So that's going to be my 3rd token. Done. So he's going to generate a Dragonstone on the space, and then it gets discarded. Okay, so I think that's pretty much... Oh, I do have the resource gathering card here. So I will gather these 2 resources. So it's going to be 1 meat, 1 Dragonstone. I can't collect the extra meat, so I have to leave it on the tile, it says. I don't think I'm going to go for the second. There's no point in getting the second gathering action. Or I could discard 1 meat to draw a card. And then I think I can still trigger this ability. I'll discard my red card here, and that will let me gather again. So I'll gather this extra meat. It's probably 2 meat. Okay. So I'm going to discard another meat token to draw another card. Maybe I should stick with red for the next round. And I'll discard a card to activate the extra gather ability. It's going to let me get 2 extra meat, 1 from the tile, and then 1 from the tile. Nice, and I'm full up again. I think I'm definitely going to probably try to take this guy out next round but I gotta travel over there. Okay, that's the end of the round. I'm gonna discard this lunge. Try to get some more red in my hand if possible. These will get discarded. And then I'll draw back up. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also hoping I can use one of these red cards to get rid of this damaged Fang. That's annoying. It's clogging my hand up. That's okay. I got some good stuff. Okay, that's the end of the round for me. It's going to be the enemy's turn. They can't attack. There's no boss. Now we're going to draw our second to last event. A mystical fog hampers your efforts. So in solo or 2-player, we don't have to worry about that. But we're going to add one more enemy to the field. Shaman and Forest 3. Ooh, it's getting crowded over there. Right, now we're in for the next round. Definitely choosing red. Do I have a way to travel though? So I have one movement here, but it's not going to be enough to get me over there. Still can't upgrade. Wish there was more stuff I could go fight. But travel is kind of being problematic right now. I can draw more cards though. It's probably a good idea. Oh, I can make one of these into a wild by using the gold. Okay, we'll try drawing first. Discard a meat, draw a card. Or we could do a growth. That would let us get the final one of that. We'll use one more meat, draw one more card. More growth, we got all the growth. I've got some tokens, at least I could do some resource stuff. Okay, so I already chose red, so I'm doing these ones right here. Okay. I can't do much with this, but I will discard a green card so I can gather resources. So it's going to give me one meat. Okay. Discard a dragon stone to move. This one is my wild, so I'll play that, so I can draw an extra card. Play this one and discard a green card to gather meat. And then I'm going to use a grow card so I can grab a thrash. I'll replace one of my grow cards. Oh, okay. So let's say I use one of these in order to destroy this card. I will hold on to this last one and put it into my prep area. Discard the rest of these. So there's my 6-card hand. Enemies are going to activate. Minions strike from the shadows. Okay, so 1 and 2. Nothing happens. And we're going to add one new enemy to the board. Forest 2. Shaman. I completely cleared out the little books. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. You've gathered enough to survive, but your hunt has attracted unwanted attention. A large squad of warriors charges from the enemy stronghold, led by a powerful captain. You band together to defend yourselves. What choice do you have? Add 2 event cards. Okay, 2 more cards to the event deck. Place the boss figure on the same tile as the dragon nearest the fortress. That's me. Flip this card. Guard captain. Ooh, he's got a range of 0 to 1, so he can hit me either in an adjacent space or in the same space, and he has 5 health per player. So the boss phase, before attacking, the boss figure moves up to 1 tile to be at range 0 to 1 from as many dragons as possible, preferring a tile with no dragons if able. So I gotta deal 5 damage to him. So I have a bunch of green cards, which might be good actually. Because look at how much, I've got some damage on here. This one lets me draw a card. I'm gonna go green. Okay, let me activate the boss. Okay, he moves 1 space away. And he deals 1 damage to me. Okay, so I lose 1 of my life cards. Okay, a few green cards. Need to make sure to deal damage to him if possible. I don't have any movement though. Yeah, I really need movement. Maybe I'll choose red this round so I have the movement. I'll discard my grow card for right now because I can't really use it. So I'll move adjacent to him. I will attack him for 1. And then I'll gather meat from the space. I'm going to use that meat to draw a card. Oh, I have this one. Okay, I will hit him for 1. And then I'll take a damage so I can hit him for 1 more. So that's 3 damage. And I can gather a meat from the space. I'll discard a meat to draw. Oh, yes. Deal another damage to him. Gather another meat. Discard a meat to draw. Discard another meat to draw. Please, 1 more. No, it's all green cards. That's going to be a wild turn. That is a lot of cards. Okay. I think that's the end of my turn. So I will discard these. 2 life left. See how long I can last. Okay, so I have to discard down to 6. I think I'm just going to discard my lunch. There's my 6 for the round. This goes off, and then it goes to the enemy's turn. So all minions would attack, but they don't. Then the boss attacks. They're going to move 1 space away and hit me for 1. And then the event card will be drawn for the round. The local warlords are collecting taxes. We're good though, because we're solo. So we're going to add 1 enemy to the map. Forest 2. I guess he's hanging out with his shaman friend. Okay, now it's my turn. I will do green for this round, of course. So I'm going to use this extended hunt. That's going to let me gather from an adjacent tile. Grab this dragonstone. I will play this stock. Gather 1 meat. And then I'll spend 1 of these seize cards to move. And then attack for 1. So that is 5 damage. He is done. So we flip the card. The enemy force is defeated. You are safe for the moment. You hope this lull lasts. You need time to scout your surroundings. You must find your family. So we have the rewards. We finished the mission successfully. So we reset each player's action deck, unlock a trait card, and then move on to chapter 2. On the next video, I'll go ahead and do the trait upgrade. We'll see how that works. But now I just wanted to do a playthrough for the first mission and just kind of see how it went. And I think it was pretty good. Overall, I really do enjoy the game. I like the mechanics. They feel familiar, and then there's a freshness to them at the same time. And I think that is very interesting. So I really like the game. I think it's very easy to understand once I got to grips with the systems. But yeah, it does feel like a smaller version of Mage Knight, more a condensed map. And I love these pieces. They're just absolutely massive. You really can't miss them on the board. And I think the tiles are not a bad size. I have a bit of a small table, so unfortunately it's a little hard to fit some of these bigger games on. But this one isn't too bad, and I definitely will be playing this again in the near future. Anyways, thanks for watching. And I hope you come back for the next playthrough for chapter 2, and we'll see how all the new systems work. Alright, thanks for watching and take care.